What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
It's a new year, which means resolution time. Here's my 3. Cutting back on social media. TikTok is a time thief. Finally finished Squid Game. I'm behind, don't spoil it. And try to do a better job of cleaning out my brand new truck from Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston.
For a limited time at Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston during the Start Something New sales event, get a 2022 Ram Quad Bighorn 4x4 starting at just $309 a month.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today. Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Saves the day.
Well, this is how I cook, so.
I'm a big fan of your food. Thank you. Smells so good.
Oh.
Get 20% off your entire purchase every day and find more deals only on the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Looking for financing for a new home or a second property or maybe a vacation property? Reach out to Gateway Mortgage Group. Christopher Eller, our Charleston area manager, can get you connected with the right financing package to make your dream a reality. You can contact him directly at 304-881-0717 or visit their offices at 1202 Virginia Street. Thanks to the Gateway Mortgage Group for being a proud supporter of George Washington Athletics.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer. Now is the perfect time to take a look at our expansive inventory and new showrooms. We sell Land Rover, Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, and Audi brands. Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service in the region, and our skilled technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
This statue symbolizes what makes West Virginia different than other places. It's our people. At Farmer Klein & Campbell, we take pride in being raised here, working here, and helping our people when trouble hits.
Well said, Doc. I'll take it from here. These guys here, these are my guys. You want to know why? Because they love West Virginia just as much as I do.
Now that is a real mountaineer.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the official partner of WVU Athletics.
It's 2022, and Dutch Miller Jeep in South Charleston remains the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire state of West Virginia, with friends and family pricing for everyone. Don't see the Jeep you're looking for on the lot? Then ask about the Dutch Miller Advantage, which means you can order the exact vehicle you want, the way you want it, faster, direct from the manufacturer.
For a limited time, during the Start Something New sales event at Dutch Miller Jeep of South Charleston, get a brand new Cherokee Latitude 4x4 starting at just $219 a month.
Your internet service is horribly slow and terribly unreliable.
Yes, Joan. It's time to make a change.
But don't worry. There's Frontier Fiber Optic Internet. It has 25 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Woo! And you can use all your devices at the same time.
And look at weird stuff like me all night long.
Wow, that is really weird.
All night long.
That's right, Joan.
We all agreed.
See the light. Switch to fiber. Frontier Fiber Optic Internet.
Here in West Virginia, we're known as hard workers, friendly faces, and people with a caring spirit.
At Summit Community Bank, those qualities are at the core of all that we do. We're a group of experienced professional bankers that you've known for many years. We work hard to earn your business and will work even harder to help you succeed. We customize banking solutions that work for you. We're Summit Community Bank. Service beyond expectations.
People keep asking me how Todd Judy Ford has the best selection of vehicles at a time of national shortage.
The secret is our 130% of Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in.
Everyone wants to trade the car with us and get more money.
And now we're making it even better.
We will beat any other dealer's trade offer by $1,000 guaranteed.
If we can't beat it, we'll just give you the cash.
So bring in that car, upgrade your vehicle, and get top dollar for your trade-in now.
Just go to ToddJudyFord.com and see for yourself.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. You have to make certain that the lawyer you hire has your best interests at heart. We typically meet our clients at the worst times of their lives, and it's our job to help them. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia.
Joining me, high-profile lawyer Ben Salango. Ben, it's a real honor to have you on.
In fact, many of our cases come from other lawyers. Lawyers who've worked with us, lawyers who've worked against us, and even those who've merely heard of our results. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and 1 mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
It's our annual year-end sales event going on right now at Dutch Miller Chevrolet in Huntington.
Friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front, and now with no payments till spring. Don't see the vehicle you're looking for in stock? Then ask about the Dutch Miller Advantage, which means you can order the exact vehicle you want faster, direct from the manufacturer. Right now, enjoy invoice pricing on select in-stock Chevys and 0% financing for qualified buyers.
Enjoy.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Charleston, West Virginia, here on the Hill in South Hills at George Washington High School. Getting ready for GW taking on Cabell Midland. The Knights making the 45, 50-minute drive from Ona, West Virginia, maybe a little closer to an hour with the conditions out there this evening, and expected to get a little worse as the evening goes on, but we've got some Quad A high school basketball action for you here inside George Washington High School. Adam Rogers and our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us here this evening. Cabell Midland Knights come into today's contest 4-5 on the season, a 3-game losing streak for the Knights. The Patriots come in with a losing streak of their own, and GW lost its last 2 contests, taking on Huntington on the road, a 3-point loss there, and then a 6-point loss the last time out against Greater Beckley Christian, the prep school from down there. And that was an 88-82 loss for the Patriots. So GW comes in 5-2 on the season, 3-1 here at home. That one loss coming Monday night to Greater Beckley Christian. Patriots led in scoring by the junior big man Ben Nickel, the 6'7 junior forward, has received multiple Division I offers for him so far in his junior season, as you see him walk over toward the GW bench over on the far side of the floor. He and his Patriot team looking to get back on track here tonight against the Cabell Midland Knights. Again, GW on a 2-game losing streak, the Knights on a 3-game losing streak, and they're led by a duo of brothers in Chandler Schmidt, the senior guard, and Dominic Schmidt, the junior guard. Chandler Schmidt averages 27 points per game, 8 rebounds per contest, and his brother Dominic averages 15 points per contest. You see the Knights heading over to their bench now, taking a look just a few moments ago there as well at head coach for the Knights, J.J. Martin. He and head coach for GW, Rick Green, talking at midcourt just before we get ready to start things here inside George Washington High School tonight. Getting ready to begin tonight's action. We'll step aside for a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll have tip-off between the Patriots and the Knights right after this here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
It's a new year, which means resolution time. Here's my 3. Cutting back on social media. TikTok is a time thief. Finally finished Squid Game. I'm behind, don't spoil it. And try to do a better job of cleaning out my brand new truck from Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston.
For a limited time at Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston during the Start Something New sales event, get a 2022 Ram Quad Bighorn 4x4 starting at just $309 a month.
Back here, George Washington High School, Cabell Midland Knights taking on the Patriots. Both teams trying to end respective losing streaks. Patriots have dropped their last 2. Knights have dropped their last 3. Adam Rogers, our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us here this evening on High School Game Day as we get ready for starting lineups for both teams. The Cabell Midland Knights out in the black uniforms tonight. Red Midland across the front with the red numbers outlined in white. Starting lineups for the Knights go as follows. Jack Easton, a 6-foot junior forward, will be joined down low by Jackson Fetty, the 6-foot senior. Kyle Frost rounds out the 3-forward lineup, a 6'1" senior. Dominic Schmidt and Chandler Schmidt will round out the starting 5 for the Cabell Midland Knights. Chandler Schmidt, the 6'1 senior guard, again averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds a contest. Dominic Schmidt, the 6'1 junior, averaging 15 points per contest, had 24 points the last time out for the Cabell Midland Knights in that loss to Parkersburg South. For the Patriots, starting lineups being announced now. Zane McCarty, the 5'11 senior, averaging just under 13 points per contest. McCarty playing in just his 4th game of the season. Teran Fitzpatrick, the 6'2 senior guard, recently announced his commitment to play football at West Virginia University after just playing the last 2 years for George Washington High School's football team. Brennan Hoffman, the Huntington transfer, also gets the starting nod for GW, the 6'3 junior, averaging 16 points per contest, 2nd on the team in scoring. Isaac McAllister, the 6'2 senior, averaging just over 3 rebounds a contest to go along with his just under 4 points per game. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Patriots is their big man, their leading scorer, Ben Nickel, the 6'7 junior forward. 18 points per contest to go along with 7 boards. He's shooting an impressive 50% from the field, 33% from downtown. Taking a look inside the GW huddle there, head coach Rick Green in his 29th year at the helm of this program. 3 state championships under his belt in his time here. He's assisted by Todd Hutchison, Louis Cassis, Rodney Pruden, Jason Lunsford, Chad Pullins, and Billy Scott. Head coach for the Cabell Midland Knights in his 3rd year is J.J. Martin. He's assisted by Christina Schmidt and Lambros Vingos. Patriots out in their home white uniforms tonight, countering Midland's blacks. Tip is away, won by Fitzpatrick, and GW will open up possession here to start tonight's contest. Going from right to left on your screen. Patriots top of the key, find it into the hands of Hunter Castleberry. 3-pointer up and on from Zane McCarty. He lets it fly, and that goes in. Patriots take an early 3-0 lead. Knights on the other end, feed it into the corner, now drive down the baseline. Shot is put up from just inside the paint by Jack Eastone, and that's up and good. 3-2 Patriots with the early lead here. A little more than 30 seconds into this opening quarter. Patriots working on the right side of the floor. Hopping with a jab step, and then didn't keep that foot down, called for a traveling violation. So a turnover for the Patriots will send things back the other way, right in front of the Cabell Midland bench. Dominic Schmidt bringing it up the floor for the Knights. Comes to the top of the key for Chandler Schmidt, his brother. Schmidt back at the volleyball lines, working on the right side against Ben Nickel. Deep 3-pointer put up from Schmidt. It's off the mark. Rebound collected there by Teran Fitzpatrick. Patriots quickly up the floor. Hoffman top of the key, finds Nickel on the left wing, left corner, driving inside now is McCarty. He'll pull it back out. Jumper from just outside the paint is off the mark, no good. Rebound snared by the Knights. Still a 1-point game, GW on top here after a basket on the opening possession by each side. And just inside the foul line, Dominic Schmidt knocks down the jumper, and the Knights take their first lead, 4-3. Patriots working against the man-to-man defense of Cabell Midland. Nickel top of the key, driving with a nice pass inside to Teran Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick had some contact and couldn't finish through it. Rebound pulled down by the Knights in the other end. Left corner, 3 off the mark. Rebound pulled down underneath by Hoffman for GW, and he's quickly off and running and throws it into the corner. Looking for his teammate McCarty. McCarty just didn't keep cutting into the corner like he thought he was going to, and that'll be another turnover for GW. Back the other way, 2 minutes into this first quarter now. Patriots trailing by 1. Dominic Schmidt centers it up, top of the key as he gets into the hands of Frost. Come back to Chandler Schmidt, their leading scorer. He scored 40 points or more twice this year already for the Cabell Midland Knights. A deep 3 thrown up. That's off the mark by Dominic Schmidt. A long rebound tracked down by Nickel. The Patriots are coming the other way. Hoffman into the corner this time, clearly finds his man McCarty. McCarty left the jumper short. Rebound pulled down by Frost for the Knights. And coming the other way now is Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt on the left side working against Hoffman. A deep 3 dialed up, and that one's off the mark again. Rebound pulled down, though, by the Knights. Getting that board there is Jackson Fetty. Finds Chandler Schmidt just inside the three-point line. Jumper is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Nickel, and Hoffman brings it up the right side of the floor. Patriots scoreless since the opening basket, trying to end it there. Nickel gets the offensive rebound off the three-point miss. Trying to go back up again, working around Chandler Schmidt. Left the jumper short, or the layup short on the finger roll. And Cabell Midland pulls down the rebound. And before they go off and running, J.J. Martin going to call a quick timeout, 30 seconds with 5:40 to go here in this first quarter. And Patriots trailing 4-3 with 4:50 to go here in this first quarter. We want to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. First and foremost, Parmar Stores for their live broadcast. If there's not a Parmar near you, there will be one soon. We also want to thank Summit Bank, Gateway Mortgage, Warner Law, DHG Wealth Advisors, Dutch Miller Auto, Thomas Health System, Todd Judy Ford, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Ben Salango Law, Frontier, Farmer Klein and Campbell, and McDonald's. Some of the sponsors making things possible for our broadcast this evening. Patriots trailing by 1. Knights back with the basketball on the left side of the floor. Comes to Eastone at the top of the key. He'll work it over to Fetty coming from the right side. Now he stops just inside the three-point line, picked up his dribble, handed it off to Dominic Schmidt, and then a charge called underneath. Excuse me, not a foul. Thought they called a charge just to signal out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights, so GW coming back the other way. Trailing by 1, still looking for their first basket since that opening shot to go up 3-0. Good feed inside from Hoffman. He finds Ben Nickel, and Nickel finishes. Patriots back on top by 1 now, 5-4. Almost halfway through this opening quarter. Jackson Fetty with it between the rings. Now picks his dribble up top of the key, feeds inside to Eastone. A good defensive play there underneath by Hunter Castleberry. The 6'2 senior does a great job getting his hands in there, forcing the turnover. Patriots come back the other direction, trying to extend the lead out. Nickel working on the right side, hands off to McCarty. McCarty now hands off underneath to Castleberry. Patriots working it between the rings, almost stolen away there. Nickel goes into the backcourt. Thought he maybe got a deflection and possibly didn't even know where he was on the floor at that point in time. So another turnover there by GW. Cabell Midland will come back the other way. Cooper Gibson checking in now for Cabell Midland. He will replace Jackson Fetty. Chandler Schmidt, jumper from the right elbow, is just off the left side of the rim. Rebound was pulled down momentarily by GW, but stolen away by the Knights, and then ball's on the floor as a great play there by Teran Fitzpatrick. Now Ben Nickel attacks the basket, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall, but GW gets the offensive rebound. Baseline drive now there by Hoffman, and Hoffman works around some defense and puts it up and in. Patriots back up by 3. A deep 3 dialed up from Dominic Schmidt, and that one's well short, and it'll go out of bounds. Excellent job by Ben Nickel there underneath as well to box out Eastone. Prevent him from getting that short ball on the rebound. Jason Monday checking in the game now for GW. Hoffman bringing it up on the right side, working against Dominic Schmidt, lost the ball, but able to get it back. Top of the key finds Nickel. Nickel, puck fake, jabs one up and knocks it down. Ben Nickel gets his first three-pointer. He's got 5 of the Patriots' 10. Ball fake in the corner, and on the drive in there by Kyle Frost, Teran Fitzpatrick with the quick hands, gets in there on the drive, knocks the ball off of Frost and out of bounds. So it'll go to GW, a couple of subs on both ends of the floor. For the Knights, it'll be Chandler and Dominic Schmidt. Jackson Fetty checks back in. Cooper Gibson stays out there, and out comes Tevin Taylor for the Knights. For GW, Logan Adkins checks in. be out there with Hoffman, Nickel, Castleberry, as Nickel dials up another three and drops it in. Back-to-back triples for Ben Nickel. Patriots lead is 9. Dominic Schmidt, top of the key, working against Monday, drives in the paint, a nice dish underneath, and a rejection there underneath by Nickel. What a swat down low. Patriots coming the other way. Nickel, nice jab step, drives through the paint, finger roll layup is up and in. Nickel's got 10 points here in this first quarter, and another timeout requested for J.J. Martin, trying to stop things before it gets too out of hand. Up 11 now are the Patriots. A minute 30 to go, and the second timeout taken by Cabell Midland. As we take a look at some of these first quarter highlights already, and a beautiful feed there from Nickel, but Tran Fitzpatrick just couldn't finish it off. GW being really aggressive on that offensive rebounding when they can be. Taking advantage of it there, finding Hoffman on that second chance try. And Nickel just showing a little bit of everything so far this evening. That's what he does. The 6'7" junior does a little bit of everything. He can shoot it from all three levels. He can dish, he can rebound, he gets on the ball on the floor. He's a scrappy defender. And any college that ends up getting his NLI will be one lucky college program. Action about ready to resume here inside George Washington High School. On the floor for the Patriots, Nickel, Adkins, Monday, Castleberry, and Hoffman. For the Knights, it is the Schmidt brothers. Taylor, his feed goes inside to Jackson Fetty. He can't finish. GW pulls down the rebound with Hoffman. Quickly comes GW the other way. Nickel, top of the key, jab step, got Fetty in the air, now trying to drive in, dishes down to the baseline for Hoffman. A nice drive and take from Brendan Hoffman. He's got 4 points now, and the Patriots lead is up to 13. Chandler Schmidt working with the basketball. Back out now near midcourt. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Schmidt will now work it over to the left side, underhand off to Taylor. Back over to Dominic Schmidt now. Chandler Schmidt out near the midcourt line again. Just working some of this clock down. Gonna drive inside, gets to the basket, puts up a tough shot that rattles around and out, no good. Adkins pulls down the board for GW, and the Patriots come the other direction. Probably gonna try and hold for the final shot here with 20-some seconds left to go in this first quarter, up 13. Offense gets set in motion, a beautiful feed. Nickel finds Monday underneath, and he finishes from the right side. Again, Ben Nickel showing you he can do it all. A beautiful dime there to put the Patriots on top by 15. A deep three from Dominic Schmidt, drops it down, and then a half-court try is no good from Nickel. So 1 quarter in the books. Patriots lead 19-7. As we take another look at some of those highlights, Lester Raines, our instant replay. Again, Nickel finding Jason Monday. A beautiful dish for the bucket. Patriots lead 19-7 after 1. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Store, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
It's a new year, which means resolution time. Here's my 3. Cutting back on social media. TikTok is a time thief. Finally finished Squid Game. I'm behind, don't spoil it. And try to do a better job of cleaning out my brand new truck from Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston.
For a limited time at Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston during the Start Something New sales event, get a 2022 Ram Quad Bighorn 4x4 starting at just $309 a month.
Second quarter underway. Knights with the basketball, trailing by 12, 19-7. Ball on the floor, jump ball called. It'll go to the Patriots as the Knights just started that second quarter with the basketball. Brennan Hoffman checking back in the game quickly already here into the second quarter. It'll be Hoffman, Fitzpatrick, Isaac McAllister, as well as Landon Adkins and Zane McCarty on the floor for the Patriots. McCarty back at the top of the key now, finds Hoffman. Hoffman with the ball fake, drives inside. Had some contact. Cabell Midland Knights fans thought that might have been a charge, but Hoffman gets away with a nice move there and drops the bucket in. He's got 6 points now. Patriots up by 14, 21-7. Ball in the left corner, drive inside from that corner, and a finish at the basket there by Jack Eastone. The 6-foot junior forward has his second basket of the evening. Not quite a minute into this second quarter. Patriots working with a 21-9 lead. Hoffman on the left side of the floor, working against that man-to-man defense. A drive inside, tried to go a no-look pass underneath, and a kick ball whistled against the Knights. Hoffman just couldn't fit it into that spot to find his man underneath. Isaac McAllister comes out. Back in comes Ben Nickel for the Patriots. He'll get set to inbound for GW. Out there for the Knights here in the second quarter, Dominic and Chandler Schmidt, Jack Eastone, as well as Aiden Cottrell, who checked in at the start of the quarter, and Kyle Frost. Nickel with the left side baseline, working on the left block, kicks it back out to Hoffman. Left wing three, thought about it, pulled it down. To Hoffman on the left side. Against Eastone, drives inside, a nice take, but he couldn't finish. A little too much on that, putting that circus-style shot up. Back on the other end, tight defense against Dominic Schmidt. Rebound off the mark and no good. Pulled down by the Patriots. Hoffman, right corner to Nickel. Nickel comes inside the three-point line on the left side to McCarty, and a ball just goes out of bounds, last touched by the Patriots. Let's go back to the Knights, going the other way. Dominic Schmidt brings the ball up the floor. Works it over to Cottrell's hands on the right side. Frost finds Chandler Schmidt at the free throw line, driving in against Logan Adkins, and a foul called. Landon Adkins, his first, foul called. His first. Team's first of the half. Chandler Schmidt will head to the free throw line to put 2 up. Call that foul in the act of shooting.
Schmidt going first.
Good.
Brandon Dixon
Chandler Schmidt, his first points of the evening. Second free throw up. And is off the mark. Rebound GW coming the other direction. Hoffman on the right side. Back out top of the key to Nickel. Good feed underneath. Back over the left side baseline. Extra pass. Three-pointer up. Good from Zane McCarty. He's got 6 points, both of them from all 6 of them from downtown. 14-point lead again for the Patriots. 24-10, GW on top. Dominic Schmidt drives in, puts up a shot. It doesn't go, but a blocking foul called on the floor. That'll be the second team foul on the Patriots.
His first. Dominic Schmidt will shoot 2 for the Knights.
And Brandon Dennison, who just checked in a moment ago, for his first personal foul. Knights getting ready to make half a line change. 3 guys coming out. Well, 2 guys as of right now anyway. Jackson Fetty waiting to check in for Dominic Schmidt should he make the free throw. Chandler Schmidt, Cooper Gibson, Jack Eastone, as well as Tevin Taylor out on the floor. Dominic Schmidt stays out there as he misses the second free throw try. Hoffman with a drive through the lane and a finger roll finish. Hoffman's got 8 points now, halfway to his season average already. Patriots lead by 16. Schmidt goes cross-court into the right corner, a drive down the baseline, then kick back out right wing three, well off the mark. Rebound snared by Brandon Dennison. Hoffman with it on the right side wing. Drives to the basket, a nice take this time, but can't finish. But a great extra effort. Brendan Hoffman rips it away from the defense and puts it back up and in underneath. Hoffman's now got 10, and the Patriots lead is up to 18 now. A good feed underneath. Dominic Schmidt finds a cutting Jack Eastone to the basket, and he finishes. He's got 6 of the night's 12. Halfway through almost this second quarter, Patriots lead by 16. Nickel, right side, drives toward the basket, puts it, thought about putting it up. As I say, it got deflected, so don't call him for the up and down. Ball on the floor. Picked up by the Knights. Chandler Schmidt goes up, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the Patriots. That's going to go on Brendan Hoffman, his first, team's third. They call the foul on the floor before the shot attempt from Schmidt. Now the Knights finally making that substitution. Dominic Schmidt comes out, in comes Jackson Fetty. For the Patriots, Hoffman and Dennison check out. Chandler Schmidt, left side, drives, attacks the basket. Kicked it out to the right corner, and as Easton was trying to pass it off to a teammate, I believe he was looking for Cooper Gibson, he gets hacked across the hands. They're going to get Hunter Castleberry, his first personal foul, team's fourth. Still a 16-point lead for the Patriots, 3:38 to go here in this first half left. Chandler Schmidt dials up a deep three off the front of the rim. Rebound pulled down underneath by Nickel, and Nickel with a smart heads-up play there, got trapped behind two defenders, or between two defenders, and just threw it off of Jackson Fetty and had it go out of bounds. So Patriots coming the other way now. Zane McCarty bringing the ball off the floor. Drives, kicks into the corner, three-point up, and it's left short. Rebound tipped and finally under the control of Eastone underneath. Fetty with it on the right wing. Centers back up. Finds Chandler Schmidt on the left side. Schmidt drives, gets to just inside the left side elbow. It was no good. Rebound was collected momentarily, and probably seeing head coach Rick Green for the GW Patriots begging his team to just grab the ball instead of trying to let it go out of bounds, because that's how the Knights maintain possession there, as a man cut from the backside rebound and threw it back over to his teammate, went off of the Patriots. So stays on that end of the floor. Inbound goes to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt will drives through the lane, kicks into the right corner, three-pointer up, and too strong on that try from Eason. Foul called underneath, and they're going to get that one on Cabell Midland. That'll be the Knights' first personal foul of the half. Personal called on Jackson Fetty, his first, as it was the team's first. 2:45 and a rolling clock here in this first half to go. Hoffman left all alone on that right wing, and he dials one up and drops it in. Brendan Hoffman's got 13 already here in the first half. Averages 16 points a game. Jackson Fetty with a nice drive and take, finishes. Fetty's got his first basket. 17-point Patriot lead. Nickel on the right wing, drives toward the baseline. Cut off by Eastone. Nickel keeping his dribble going. Nice jab move in the post. What a shot from Pin Nickel. And showing you he's got a little bit of everything in that bag of tricks. He's got 12 points for GW. Dominic Schmidt kicks out to Eastone. Jumper from the left elbow off the mark. Hoffman with the rebound for the Patriots. Coming the other way quickly. Good feed down underneath, finding Trent Fitzpatrick, but a foul called before the pass. Gonna get Cooper Gibson, his first, team's second, with the push. McCarty, Fitzpatrick, Nickel, Adkins, and Hoffman on the floor for the Patriots. Schmidt brothers, Fetty, Taylor, and Gibson on the floor for the Knights. McCarty, top of the key, finds Hoffman, and, well, momentarily found Hoffman. Hoffman just didn't have the concentration to bring that ball all the way in on the pass, and it'll be another turnover for the Patriots. So, Dominic Schmidt will bring it up the floor for Cabell Midland. Trying to claw their way back, down 33-14 with a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter. Chandler Schmidt drives inside, attacks the basket, and a foul called on, a jump ball called on the floor, rather. Landon Adkins doing a great job of staying put on that drive in by Chandler Schmidt. Just keeping his hands up to force the jump ball. Stays on that end of the floor. Dominic Schmidt to Chandler Schmidt. Chandler Schmidt may have had a shot blocked there underneath by Nickel. 15th rebound of the half for the Patriots. Fitzpatrick gets a bouncing ball off a deflection. He can't finish on the shot. Hoffman can't finish on the follow through, and then the rebound pulled down finally by Cabell Midland. Jackson Fetty, other end, three off the mark. Rebound goes out of bounds. Trying to save it there on the other end of the floor was Tevin Taylor. Patriot Pack student section making their airball chants heard here inside the gym at George Washington High School. Under a minute to go now in the half. Patriots up 19. Hoffman feeds to Nickel just out inside the paint. Nickel with a beautiful pass to Terran Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick can't finish on the shot, but that's because he drew contact and a foul. Third team foul on the Knights. That'll be on Cooper Gibson, his second personal foul. Fitzpatrick at the free throw line, rattles the first one in and out. Landon Dennison checks in for Landon Adkins. And a quick sub made for the Knights as well. Kyle Frost going to check in for Tevin Taylor. Second free throw attempt up and good for Terran Fitzpatrick. 20-point lead for the Patriots here at home. A little more than 30 seconds before the halftime break. Dominic Schmidt jumper just inside the free throw line, up and good. Schmidt now with 7 points in the half. Just shy of half of the Knights scoring. Hoffman dribbling it out near midcourt. Gonna try and have this final possession of the half. Now the offense gets moving with 10 seconds left. Hoffman on the left side, finds Nickel, top of the key, deep three, up and good! Ben Nickel, perfect from downtown here in the first half. Well, check that, 3 of 4 from downtown here in the first half. He tried a into the first quarter buzzer beater. Patriots lead 37-16 at the end of the first half as we take another look at some highlights from this first half. Lester Raines bringing you the highlights. As again, Hoffman can't finish the first time, gets the offensive rebound himself, or really rather rips it away and then goes up. Hoffman then finds a triple over on the right side of the floor and buries it. And he and Nickel have made a nice tandem so far in this first half, as they have all season long. Nickel with the fancy footwork turnaround jumper, buries it home. And then Nickel hits the deep three from the top of the key, and the Patriots lead 21 points at the half over the Knights.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
It's a new year, which means resolution time. Here's my 3. Cutting back on social media. TikTok is a time thief. Finally finished Squid Game. I'm behind, don't spoil it. And try to do a better job of cleaning out my brand new truck from Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston.
For a limited time at Dutch Miller Ram of South Charleston during the Start Something New sales event, get a 2022 Ram Quad Bighorn 4x4 starting at just $309 a month.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today, Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Looking for financing for a new home or a second property or maybe a vacation property? Reach out to Gateway Mortgage Group. Christopher Eller, our Charleston area manager, can get you connected with the right financing package to make your dream a reality. You can contact him directly at 304-881-0717 or visit their offices at 1202 Virginia Street. Thanks to the Gateway Mortgage Group for being a proud supporter of George Washington Athletics.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer. Now is the perfect time to take a look at our expansive inventory and new showrooms. We sell Land Rover, Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, and Audi brands. Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service in the region, and our skilled technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
This statue symbolizes what makes West Virginia different than other places. It's our people. At Farmer Klein & Campbell, we take pride in being raised here, working here, and helping our people when trouble hits.
Well said, Doc. I'll take it from here. These guys here, these are my guys. You want to know why? Because they love West Virginia just as much as I do.
Now that is a real mountaineer.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the official partner of WVU Athletics.
It's 2022, and Dutch Miller Jeep in South Charleston remains the #1 Jeep dealer in the entire state of West Virginia, with friends and family pricing for everyone. Don't see the Jeep you're looking for on the lot? Then ask about the Dutch Miller Advantage, which means you can order the exact vehicle you want, the way you want it, faster, direct from the manufacturer.
For a limited time, during the Start Something New sales event at Dutch Miller Jeep of South Charleston, get a brand new Cherokee Latitude 4x4 starting at just $219 a month.
Joan, your internet service is horribly slow and terribly unreliable.
Yes, Joan. It's time to make a change.
But don't worry, there's Frontier fiber optic internet. It has 25 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Woo! And you can use all your devices at the same time.
And look at weird stuff like me all night long.
Wow, that is really weird.
All night long.
That's right, Joan.
We all agreed.
See the light. Switch to fiber. Frontier fiber optic internet.
Here in West Virginia, we're known as hard workers, friendly faces, and people with a caring spirit. At Summit Community Bank, those qualities are at the core of all that we do. We're a group of experienced professional bankers that you've known for many years. We work hard to earn your business and will work even harder to help you succeed. We customize banking solutions that work for you. We're Summit Community Bank. Service beyond expectations.
While we are the 3 most familiar faces at Farmer Klein & Campbell, there are over 50 more. These are the faces of your friends and neighbors that work every day to help you with the problems caused by your accident.
Call 346-5990.
See, we know our strengths at Dutch Miller Kia. We're good at car sales, we're good at service, and giving friends and family pricing to everyone. You should never come to us to do your hair. Great deals on Kia? Yes. Hair? Not so much.
For a limited time, get a 2022 Sorrento SUV starting at just $299 a month.
Of all the things that we're known for at Dutch Miller Kia, hair is not one of them, and it shouldn't be.
To be honest, I kind of like mine.
The relationship between a lawyer and a client is based on trust. You have to make certain that the lawyer you hire has your best interest at heart. We typically meet our clients at the worst times of their lives, and it's our job to help them. Over the years, we've been entrusted with some of the biggest cases in West Virginia. That's because we have a track record of success and getting exceptional results. We built a reputation as one of the go-to law firms throughout the state of West Virginia.
Joining me, high-profile lawyer Ben Salango. Ben, it's a real honor to have you on.
In fact, many of our cases come from other lawyers. Lawyers who've worked with us, lawyers who've worked against us, and even those who've merely heard of our results. We're proud of the reputation we've earned in the community for providing exceptional, aggressive legal representation. When you hire my law firm, you don't get excuses, you get results.
People keep asking me how Todd Judy Ford has the best selection of vehicles at a time of national shortage.
The secret is our 130% of Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in.
Everyone wants to trade the car with us and get more money.
And now we're making it even better.
We will beat any other dealer's trade offer by $1,000 guaranteed.
If we can't beat it, we'll just give you the cash.
So bring in that car, upgrade your vehicle, and get top dollar for your trade-in now.
Just go to ToddJudyFord.com and see for yourself.
Back here at George Washington High School, Patriots taking on the Cabell Midland Knights. GW trying to improve their record from 5-2 on the year. Knights trying to get to 500 on the season at 4-5, but the Knights are going to have to do some work here in the second half, trailing by 21 points. GW leading 37-16, and doing it really because of the damage from downtown that the Patriots have done. As we take a look at some stats from the first half, look at that. 5 more three-pointers in that first half for the Patriots than the Cabell Midland Knights. And it's been half of those coming from Ben Nickel. He's got himself 15 points through the first half of action. Already on his way to his season average of 18 points per contest, and he and Brennan Hoffman doing the bulk of the damage. Hoffman, the Huntington High transfer for GW, averaging 16 points per contest. Coming into tonight, he had 13 in that first half, so the two of them combine for 28 of the Patriots' 37. As you take a look there on your screen at GW's junior forward, Ben Nickel. And again, he's done a little bit of everything. 3 3-pointers in the half, 3 of 4 because he tried a half-court shot at the end of the first quarter. He had 3 buckets inside the three-point line, had a couple of assists, had several rebounds, had a nice block on the other end defensively as well. So an all-around great first half for Ben Nickel and the GW Patriots. For the Knights, scoring concentrated on that side as well. Leading scorer in the half was Dominic Schmidt with just 7 points to his credit. He averages 15 points per contest, so he's on his way to making that by the end of tonight's contest. But GW did a lockdown job defensively against Chandler Schmidt. Schmidt just 1 point in that first half coming from the free throw line. He missed the second try on that trip, but other than that has been held without a field goal so far in this game, and he is the team's leading scorer for the Cabell Midland Knights, averaging 27 points per contest. He's had 2 40-point games this year, 2-time All-Stater being held in check by the Patriots so far this evening. Before we start off the second half, we want to thank some of our sponsors for our broadcast this evening. First and foremost, I want to thank Parmar Convenience Stores for bringing this live stream to you. If there's not a Parmar near you, there will be one soon. Also want to thank Summit Bank, Gateway Mortgage, Warner Law, DHG Wealth Advisors, Dutch Miller Auto, Thomas Health System, Todd Judy Ford, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Ben Salango Law, Frontier, Farmer Klein and Campbell, and McDonald's. As action is underway here in the second half, Patriots starting the second half with the basketball. And just going into the backcourt there, Zane McCarty lost it and just got a toe over the half-court line for the over and back. So a turnover to start this second half for the Patriots, and now Cabell Midland will get the basketball back coming the other way. They flipped into the floor, so the Knights now working from right to left on your screen. Patriots from left to right. Drive down on the baseline. Shot can't go there for Dominic Schmidt. Rebound pulled down by the Patriots. Fitzpatrick pulls it down and comes the other way. Nickel, three left wide open off the mark. Knights with the rebound, and Schmidt will hand off to Chandler Schmidt. Start the offense. For the Knights, the Schmidt brothers, Easton, Fetty, and Frost. As Fetty puts up a shot from just outside the paint, it won't go. Rebound rattle around a couple of times and finally comes into the hands of Chandler Schmidt, and he lays it up and in for his first field goal of the evening. He's got 3 points now, and that's our first basket of this second half. Drive down the baseline from McCarty, and McCarty with a nice drive and muscles it up and home. Good take there from that left corner by Zane McCarty. Again, playing in just his 4th game of the year, averaging just under 13 points per contest. He had 6 for the Patriots in the first half. Both of those shots coming from downtown for those 6 points. Cross-court pass. Fetty now goes down to the baseline, back out to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt drives in from the top of the key, left the jumper from inside the free throw line short. Patriots get the rebound and come the other way. Hoffman picks up his dribble, top of the key, finds Castleberry. Now Castleberry dishes off to Nickel, driving right side baseline against Chandler Schmidt. A nice drive and take there from Ben Nickel. He's got 17 points now for the Patriots. Frost works it over to Schmidt. Now Chandler Schmidt, three-pointer from the right corner, up and good. Chandler Schmidt, he's got 5 points already here in the second half. Got all 5 points for the Knights here in the second half after having just 1 point for himself in the first half of action. Ball rattles around. Nickel finally comes up with it just before midcourt. Finally puts the ball back on the floor. Drives in toward the paint. Cut off, and he's called for a traveling violation. Another turnover for the Patriots. Dominic Schmidt quickly bringing it up the floor for the Knights. And a foul called out on the left side. That'll be on Brendan Hoffman. His second, team's first of the second half. Fetty set the inbound for the Knights. Now 3 minutes into this third quarter. Patriots up by 20. Feed inside to Chandler Schmidt. He has the ball stripped away. Castleberry coming up with the steal for the Patriots. Nickel on the right wing, couple of jab steps. Now works against Fetty. Has the ball stolen away from him by Easton. Easton trying to go all the way with it, and he goes coast to coast and finishes. Easton's got 8 points for the Knights. And now head coach Rick Green going to call a quick timeout here in this third quarter. Going to take a full one with 4:27 to go here in this third quarter. We'll step aside for a short break. Patriots leading 41-23. Be back with more high school game day action right after this here on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
Joe, your intern has service is horribly slow and terribly unreliable.
Yes, Joan. It's time to make a change.
But don't worry, there's Frontier fiber optic internet. It has 25 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Woo! And you can use all your devices at the same time.
And look at weird stuff like me all night long.
Wow, that is really weird.
All night long.
That's right, Joan.
We all agreed. Just
See the light. Switch to fiber. Frontier fiber optic internet.
Here in West Virginia, we're known as hard workers, friendly faces, and people with a caring spirit. At Summit Community Bank, those qualities are at the core of all that we do. We're a group of experienced professional bankers that you've known for many years. We work hard to earn your business and will work even harder to help you succeed. We customize banking solutions that work for you. We're Summit Community Bank. Service beyond expectations.
Back here on the hill, Patriots back with the basketball after the quick timeout by head coach Rick Green for GW. Good feed inside from Hoffman to Nickel, but Nickel lost it trying to regroup underneath. Dominic Schmidt, left wing three, up too strong, but Chandler Schmidt gets the offensive rebound, works between three defenders, can't get it to go. Patriots then get the second chance rebound and come the other way. McCarty to Hoffman, right corner three, up and splash down. Hoffman with his second three of the game. He's got 16 points now, matching his season average. Just over halfway through this third quarter, Patriots lead by 21. Jackson Fetty can't finish on the way to the basket. Got his own rebound, though, then kicked it out to Chandler Schmidt. His jumper from just outside the paint rattles around and falls home. Schmidt now with 8 points, 7 of those coming in the second half, and now J.J. Martin requesting a timeout. Yeah, J.J. Martin requesting a 30-second timeout for Cabell Midland. We'll keep you right here with 3:28 to go in this third quarter. Patriots lead by 19. Adam Rogers and our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us here on our high school game day broadcast. So we take a look at some highlights brought to you by Lester Raines. Three-pointer there from Hoffman. And then Nickel with the drive and finish underneath against Chandler Schmidt. Patriots being outscored, though, so far here in this second half, 9-7. Still with a 19-point lead. Castleberry gets a feed over on the right wing. Working against Fetty. Kicks it back out over to Lunsford. Ball tipped, and Lunsford comes back up with it over on the left side. Tightly guarded by the Knights man-to-man. Hoffman with it. Left side, on the left wing, picks up his dribble, kicks into the corner for Castleberry, and now a foul called. That will go on the Knights. So the ball will stay on that end of the floor.
Fouls on Chandler Schmidt, his first, possession.
Team first for the Knights, and Chandler Schmidt picks up his first personal foul. Patriots inbounding from the left of their own basket. Hoffman set to trigger in a nice feed to Nickel. Nickel with the patience, but couldn't finish on the shot after he got the defenders to jump. Knights come back the other way after getting the rebound. Chandler Schmidt, wild shot, gets it around the defense. And then the rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Patriots, Teran Fitzpatrick. Quick sub coming in for GW. Isaac McAllister checks in for Hunter Castleberry. So Castleberry, Lunsford, Nickel, Hoffman, and Fitzpatrick for the Patriots. For the Knights, it's Eastone, Schmidt, Fetty, and Frost. Frost has it now, hands off to Dominic Schmidt. Schmidt working against McAllister. Kicks back out to Frost. Frost drives in, kicks it out to Fetty. Open three in the left corner, off the front of the iron. Ball on the floor, Chandler Schmidt comes up with it for the Knights. And while Schmidt still had it on the floor before he tried to pass it off to a teammate, a timeout requested and granted to Cabell Midland. We had another timeout for the Knights. We'll step aside for a quick break with this one. You're watching High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967 has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
This statue symbolizes what makes West Virginia different than other places. It's our people. At Farmer Klein and Campbell, we take pride in being raised here, working here, and helping our people when trouble hits.
Well said, Doc. I'll take it from here. These guys here, these are my guys. You want to know why? Because they love West Virginia just as much as I do.
Now that is a real Mountaineer.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the official partner of WVU Athletics.
Back here at George Washington High School, Patriots up 19 over the Cabell Midland Knights, 44-25. Adam Rogers and our Media Center crew, happy to have you with us here this evening on our High School Game Day broadcast. The RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. Knights with the basketball. Dominic Schmidt between the rings right now. Kicks it over to Gibson and then back to him. Patriots out in a man-to-man defense. Dominic Schmidt works it over to the right side. Now toss it over to Chandler Schmidt, top of the key. Chandler Schmidt drives in against Nickel. Tried to kick it into the corner to Gibson, but that's stolen away by Monday. Good anticipation for the pass there. Patriots quickly up the floor. A good finish underneath there by Brendan Hoffman. And a good pass to find him, too, over on the far side from Isaac McAllister. Patriots lead back up to 21, 46-25 with under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. Dominic Schmidt over on the right side of the floor. Right baseline jumper up and good. Dominic Schmidt now with his 4th field goal of the game. He's got 9 points. Patriots lead back down to 19. Castleberry, jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound collected, though, by Hoffman, and then he had it poked away from him. Patriots got the ball back, though. Castleberry just outside the paint, finds Hoffman over on the left wing. Hoffman, a deep 3 from that left wing, too much on it. Terran Fitzpatrick, though, skies for the rebound. Nickel, a nice dish off for Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick is blocked, but a foul is called on the Knights. Fitzpatrick heading to the free throw line to shoot 2, where he was 1 of 2 in the first half. It's the first personal foul on Jack Eastone, team's 2nd of this second half. Fitzpatrick on the year coming into tonight was just 3 of 7 at the free throw line. The 2-year GW football player, playing at wide receiver and defensive back. He's an all-state mention, or all-stater for DB this year in his 2nd year. Really his first full season, because last year Patriots were only able to play 5 games due to COVID restrictions. He committed earlier this week to play for West Virginia football, so congratulations to that young man. Free throw, first one was good, second one was no good for Fitzpatrick, so 20-point lead for the Patriots. 47-27. Schmidt can't finish the first time, but gets the putback to go. Hoffman kicks it over to McCarty on the left side. He'll find Monday, and then Monday is ripped from behind. Gibson with a nice behind-the-back move to get toward the basket, but a foul called on the way up after he got to the basket. Hoffman called for his 3rd personal foul, team's 2nd of the second half. And Gibson a little shaken up after that play, trying to shake off fall. Landed on his right elbow, trying to shake that off as he works that free throw up. One more on the way for Gibson as Hoffman checks out after picking up his third personal foul. Landon Adkins, the senior, checks in. Gibson puts up the second shot, and he can't get it to go. 17-point Patriot lead, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Monday kicks it into the left corner, drive to the baseline, shot up, and an air ball there from Isaac McAllister, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Patriots lead by 17, 47-30, as we take a look at Hoffman fighting through that defense there underneath from the Knights earlier just a few moments ago in this third quarter. Patriots lead again by 17, 47-30. We'll step aside for a quick break and be back with more high school game day action right after this on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
If you've been in an accident, don't assume the insurance company will take care of you. Don't assume the medical bills will be paid. Don't assume anything. There's too much at stake. Accidents happen in an instant, but the injuries may last a lifetime. So hire the law firm with a history of results. Call us today. Warner Law Offices, when you need justice.
Bobby Warner, now's the time. Call 345-6789.
Looking for financing for a new home or a second property or maybe a vacation property? Reach out to Gateway Mortgage Group. Christopher Eller, our Charleston area manager, can get you connected with the right financing package to make your dream a reality. You can contact him directly at 304-881-0717 or visit their offices at 1202 Virginia Street. Thanks to the Gateway Mortgage Group for being a proud supporter of George Washington Athletics.
People keep asking me how Todd Judy Ford has the best selection of vehicles at a time of national shortage.
The secret is our 130% of Kelly Blue Book for your trade-in.
Everyone wants to trade the car with us and get more money.
And now we're making it even better.
We will beat any other dealer's trade offer by $1,000 guaranteed.
If we can't beat it, we'll just give you the cash.
So bring in that car, upgrade your vehicle, and get top dollar for your trade-in now.
Just go to ToddJudyFord.com and see for yourself.
Back here on the hill, Patriots lead by 17 at the start of the fourth quarter. Three-pointer from Dominic Schmidt, short. Rebound collected, though, by the Knights. Second three-pointer up and no good. GW finally pulls the rebound down and heads the other way. Hoffman puts up a shot, but the foul called on the floor before Hoffman can get into that shooting motion. Personal foul on Dominic Schmidt, his first, team's third of this second half. As Jack Easton will check in for Cooper Gibson for the Knights. Inbound goes to McCarty, three-pointer in the right corner, up and good, his third triple of the night. He's got 11 points. And just his fourth game back after missing the first couple of games this year with an injury. Zane McCarty getting to work. He's got 11, close to his season average of nearly 13. Rebound up and pulled down by Hoffman after the three-pointer miss from the Knights. And a charge called on Nickel, and yeah, you could see that one from far away. Nickel definitely leaned the shoulder in on that drive. His first personal foul, the Knights' third of this half. Good try by Nickel, but defender was set up in position. 20-point lead for the Patriots, 50-30. Knights trailing, but have the basketball. Dominic Schmidt on the right side of the floor. Now centers it back up to Eastone. Chandler Schmidt working against Teran Fitzpatrick. Working over Dominic Schmidt, right wing three, no good. Rebound tipped, and they're going to say it's last touched by Chandler Schmidt underneath. Chandler Schmidt working in this second half after being limited to just 1 point in the first 16 minutes of action. Coming into the fourth quarter, Chandler Schmidt had scored 10 points in the game, so he had 9 in that third quarter. Patriots do a great job breaking the tight press. And Fitzpatrick knocks down the jumper from just inside 20 feet. Back quickly the other way. Three-pointer from Eastone, wide open in the left corner. It's no good. McCarty with a long rebound for the Patriots. Working against this tight pressure defense from the Knights. Trying to claw their way back in. Nickel working against Schmidt. Nickel loses it just at the free throw line, but they're going to call a foul on the Knights' Chandler Schmidt, his second, team's fourth of the half.
Team 4, possession, Patriots. Cottrell enters for the Knights.
Aiden Cottrell checks in for Cabell Midland. He'll join the Schmidt brothers, Jackson Fetty and Jack Eastone. For the Patriots, it's Hoffman, Fitzpatrick, McCarty, Adkins, and Nickel. Inbound goes into the backcourt, easily enough for Nickel to gather it and bring it up the floor for GW. Under 6 to go here in the contest. Patriots lead by 22. Hoffman, left wing now. Picks up his dribble and dishes it out to Nickel. Nickel almost loses it at midcourt, and they're saying it was deflected, so he avoids a walk or a backcourt. Fitzpatrick driving through the lane, puts up a shot and flips it up and in. Duran Fitzpatrick, he's got 6 points now in the contest after he's got his second field goal of the game. Chandler Schmidt on the right side, over to Dominic Schmidt, who now at the top of the key works his way into the paint in the keyhole, kicks it back out. Jumper from the second tack at the paint is no good from Easton, but a long rebound tipped out. And then Dominic Schmidt lines it up and knocks it down. Dominic Schmidt's got his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 12 points. And the Knights going to set up in a full-court trap. Fitzpatrick set to inbound for the Patriots. Patriots with some good, crisp passing to get out of that full court pressure. Hoffman works his way through the lane and pushes one up and in. Hoffman's got 20 points now. Chandler Schmidt, a deep three off the mark. Landon Adkins with the rebound for the Patriots. Nickel bringing it up the floor against Jackson Fetty, and a foul called on the floor on Fetty.
Fouls on Fetty.
Fetty's second personal foul, team's fifth.
Patriots.
Hoffman set to inbound to the left of his own bench, over on the far side of the floor. Inbound comes to Nickel in the backcourt. Nickel kicks it to Hoffman, left corner three, left wide open, and Hoffman buries it. He's got 3 triples tonight, and he's got himself 23 points to go along with those 3 threes. Easton kicks it out to Dominic Schmidt. Dominic Schmidt thought about a volleyball line 3, instead kicks it over to Fetty. Fetty feeds down to Chandler Schmidt just outside the right block. Chandler Schmidt trying to go to work against Duran Fitzpatrick. Can't finish on the shot, but he does draw contact and a foul on Duran Fitzpatrick. That'll be his first personal foul, the team's 4th of this half. So Chandler Schmidt at the free throw line, 1 of 2 in the first half.
Schmidt good on the first. Monday returns for the Patriots.
Jason Monday checks in for Zane McCarty as Aiden Cottrell checks out for Cabell Midland. In comes a player I don't have on my roster. Number 11, I'm going to assume that's Levi Marshall. Oh no, Levi Marshall's sitting on the bench, so I'm not exactly sure who number 11 is out there.
Schmidt good on the second.
As Schmidt knocks down the second. 59-35, Patriots lead after Schmidt knocks down both. Nickel just outside the top of the key finds Hoffman right wing. Now Hoffman centered up, Three-pointer rattles around and out, no good. Gets his own long rebound after it tipped around. Nickel finds Hoffman right side baseline, attacks the basket, draws contact and a foul, and he'll head to the free throw line for two.
Fouls on Fetty.
Gonna get the foul on Jackson Fetty, his third, team's sixth.
Hoffman rolls the first one off.
First free throw up and good for Hoffman. As Frost checks back in for Jackson Fetty for the Knights. Second free throw up and good as well.
Dawson Lunsford in for the Patriots.
Hoffman now with 25 points. He'll take a seat on the bench as in comes Dawson Lunsford, excuse me. 61-35, Patriots with the lead. Chandler Schmidt driving on the baseline, and he'll draw a blocking foul on Landon Adkins. Foul on the floor.
His second.
Adkins picks up his second, team's fifth of the half. Chandler Schmidt inbounding from the left of his own basket. Triggers it into his brother, Dominic Schmidt. Right back to Chandler. Jumper from the left elbow. Too much on it. Landon Adkins with the rebound for the Patriots. Good move from the left corner by McAllister as he comes all the way around, gets into the paint, and then finishes from the right side. 63-35, Patriots on top by 28 now. 2:45 to go here in this fourth quarter. Dominic Schmidt kicks it to Chandler Schmidt in the right corner. A couple of jab steps. Now he puts up the three. Not enough on the shot, and rattles out. Rebound tipped and last touched by the Patriots. As Brandon Dennison checks in, out comes Landon Adkins. So for the Patriots, it's Castleberry, McAllister, Dennison, Lunsford, and Monday. For the Knights, it's the two Schmidt brothers, Eastone and Frost, as well as the number 11 I don't have a player for. Nice move there by Dominic Schmidt. Cuts through the defense in the up and under shot on the lay-in. 63-37, Patriots lead now. Monday. Back top of the key for Castleberry. Jumper inside the free throw, or inside the keyhole is no good. And an offensive foul is going to be called on the Patriots. That'll go against Brandon Dennison, his second, team sixth of the half. Under 2 to go here in this fourth quarter. Knights trying to tighten things up on the scoreboard a little bit more. Chandler Schmidt drives in from the right corner, will draw contact and a foul. That is the team's 7th foul. Dennison picks up his 3rd personal foul. Chandler Schmidt at the free throw line where he's 3 of 4 on the evening. Knocks in the first. As Eastone checks out, in comes Tevin Taylor. Castleberry checks out for GW. In comes Lucas Diem. Second one up and no good as Schmidt can't hit the pair. 63-38 Patriots with the lead, but a turnover at midcourt. Dominic Schmidt drives to the basket, and he'll draw contact and a foul.
Fouls on Monday, his first. Team 8. Dominic Schmidt
coming up at the conclusion of our broadcast this evening, we'll have our Farmer, Klein, and Campbell player of the game. Got a pretty good idea of who that's going to be. We'll let you know as this one finishes up.
Schmidt hits the second.
Second free throw up and good for Schmidt. 23-point lead now for the Patriots. Should be JW trying to break this pressure and able to do so. Minute 30 to go now. And a timeout from GW just to make a quick substitution. Ashton Goop in the lineup.
You won that they got it. Also check out your $4.99 catfish box at your local Palomar.
And now the Knights going to make a couple of substitutions as well. Trying to get some of these guys some extra playing time here with a minute 27 to go. Logan Gillespie checking in, as well as Carson Thompson for the Knights. Patriots next in action on Friday at Riverside. 7 o'clock tip there from Bell. And then after that, we'll take on University for the second time this year on Saturday on the road. 5:30 tip-off there in Morgantown. Next home game for the Patriots comes on January 27th, and we'll take on Parkersburg Big Red.
His fourth.
The day before that game, though, the Patriots will travel to Beckley to take on Woodrow Wilson. Now, all these games are, you could say, tentative, I guess. The weather that we've had the last couple of weeks, and with COVID-19 that has been rearing its head again. That is when those games are scheduled to be played, but definitely keep an eye out for schedule changes as Schmidt knocks down the free throws. Second free throw. Up next for the Knights, it'll travel the short distance to Huntington to take on the Highlanders on Friday. That also a 7 p.m. tip-off. Cabell Midland plays 3 of its next 4 games on the road. Next home game not until January 25th against Hurricane. So far, the Knights have only played 2 home games all year. Played everything else away from their home gym. Handful of neutral site games and some tournaments and some shootouts earlier this year. Patriots just trying to run some time out here and walk off the floor with a 22-point win. Under 20 to go. Patriots on their way to win number 6 on the season, win number 4 here in their home gym. And the Knights going to let them dribble out these last couple of seconds, and that brings our score to a close. 63-41, Patriots with the win. Improved to 6-2 on the year. The Knights dropped to 4-6 on the season. We will step aside for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some highlights from this first half with our player of the game, brought to you by Farmer, Klein, and Campbell. But once again, our final score from here at George Washington High School, Patriots win over the Knights 63-41. We'll come back and wrap things up for you right after this here on our high school game day broadcast on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer. Now is the perfect time to take a look at our expansive inventory and new showrooms. We sell Land Rover, Jaguar, Mercedes-Benz, Volvo, and Audi brands. Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service in the region, and our skilled technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
This statue symbolizes what makes West Virginia different than other places. It's our people. At Farmer, Klein, and Campbell, we take pride in being raised here, working here, and helping our people when trouble hits.
Well said, Doc. I'll take it from here. These guys here, these are my guys. You want to know why? Because they love West Virginia just as much as I do.
Now that is a real Mountaineer.
Farmer Klein & Campbell is the official partner of WVU Athletics.
Here in West Virginia, we're known as hard workers, friendly faces, and people with a caring spirit. At Summit Community Bank, those qualities are at the core of all that we do. We're a group of experienced professional bankers that you've known for many years. We work hard to earn your business and will work even harder to help you succeed. We customize banking solutions that work for you. We're Summit Community Bank. Service beyond expectations.
We know who we are, where we've been, where we're going. Like hospitals all over America, we are changing, redefining, restructuring ourselves to be the best community health system in the region we serve. We are 2 hospitals with more than 30 locations, 450 providers, and one mission: to heal. As one, we are Thomas Health, caring for our communities today and tomorrow.
Back here, George Washington High School, after our contest is final. Patriots with the 22-point win, 63-41. Adam Rogers and our Media Center crew, happy to have you along with us for tonight's contest as the Patriots get win number 6 on the year, improved to 6-2. Knights drop to 4-6 on the season. So, with the Knights falling, GW picking up the win. Our player of the game goes to GW's Brendan Hoffman, who has 24 points in tonight's contest, had 3 3-pointers go down, made both of his free throw attempts on the evening, and man, he fought for a little bit of everything. A nice move there. Get the step back jumper from the elbow, and Hoffman had a couple of assists in tonight's game as well. Did a great job of fighting for rebounds on the offensive and defensive end. He and Ben Nickel are really a nice tandem of players for the GW Patriots. As you see, Hoffman hit another triple there from the right corner. So Hoffman with 24 points is our Farmer, Klein, and Campbell player of the game for tonight's contest. Congratulations to him, and congratulations to the GW Patriots on picking up win number 6 on the season. Again, up next for GW, it'll take on the Riverside Warriors on Friday at 7 p.m. And for the Knights, they will take on the Huntington Highlanders on Friday at 7 as well. Before we wrap things up, want to thank our sponsors for tonight. Big thank you to Parmar Convenience Stores for bringing this live stream to you. If there's not a Parmar near you, there will be one soon. We also want to make certain to thank Summit Bank, Gateway Mortgage, Warner Law, DHG Wealth Advisors, Dutch Miller Auto, Thomas Health System, Todd Judy Ford, Army Recruiting of West Virginia, Ben Salengo Law, Frontier, Farmer Klein and Campbell, who brought you our player of the game, and McDonald's. So big thank you to all of our sponsors, and big thank you to you, our viewer, for tuning in to tonight's contest. However, you may have been watching our broadcast this evening. We appreciate you tuning in each and every night. We fire this up on our high school game day platform on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. Also want to throw a huge thank you to our crew this evening from the Media Center, doing a fantastic job for us as always. And we want to remind you out there watching, please be safe tonight if you have to go out, because it is supposed to get worse out there in a majority of the state. We are supposed to have a refreeze with some snow coming in across a lot of parts of the state of West Virginia. So please make certain you're safe tonight. Only go out if you have to go out. Stay inside, stay warm, and be careful if you do have to go out. Just make certain you take it slow and watch out for ice and, again, that snow that's supposed to come a little later. There is a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So please be careful as you make your way out and about. But that will do it for us here at George Washington High School. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you the next time we fire it up here on High School Game Day on the RSN Sports Network, powered by HD Media. Have a great Thursday evening, folks.